Welcome back to another collection video, everyone. Yes, my bi-weekly collection of my complete TV series on DVD and Blu-ray. So shall we take a look at what this week has to offer? Let's do it. So welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome, yes, to this new episode of my complete TV. We're getting there to the end. A few more episodes left yet, I think. So I've taken the stuff off of this next shelf, the stuff to show you. Stuff from my collection. So let's just begin. But before I do, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't watched before, then hit that subscribe button, because I bring you this every 2 weeks. And I have done for the past however many weeks. And before that, I went through my complete A to Z of my films on Blu-ray. Check that out also. It's a wealth of content. You won't be disappointed. So let's just begin. I need to reach down for this. Okay, so first up, we're going to go with a Blu-ray. A Blu-ray that I got to replace an existing series that I had on DVD. Only I was sort of on Amazon Germany marketplace, and I came across this, and I never realised that they got a Blu-ray release over there. So thusly, I bought it and added it to the collection, and it is the complete series of Relic Hunter, the Tomb Raider-esque rip-off show starring Tia Carrera. It's Tomb Raider. In everything but name, this show was Tomb Raider at the time. And like I said, this series did run for 3 seasons. And here we have it presented in a lovely box, as you can see. I do still have the DVDs of this. Season 1 was released here in the UK, I believe. And the complete series 2 and 3 was released elsewhere. And I had to import them. I think it was from Australia, if I'm not mistaken. Season 1 is one that I will sell on. I will sell them on. I'll get rid of them, but because I've got them here on Blu-ray. So I just ain't got around to selling them yet. I believe they're down there somewhere. I must get around to making sure they go. But there we go. So Relic Hunter, Tia Carrera. A sort of long forgotten show. I'm just reaching it, put it on the shelf over there. Next up, and I may have shown this, but I'll come to it. This season 1 of Jeremiah. Jeremiah, the complete first season. This is a show that came to a star in the now late Luke Perry and Malcolm Jamal Warner. This is his mate. And it's a series that lasted 2 seasons. It was brought to us by J. Michael Straczynski, the creator of Babylon 5, who's also a comic book writer as well. And this series here is sort of set in a post-apocalyptic future where anyone above the age of puberty has died out. Everyone died off, and all that's left is those young children, but now grown up. It hasn't affected them because it just killed everyone at that point that was above puberty age. And it was a great series. I really liked it. It's very sort of Walking Dead-ish. Not zombies or anything like that, but the sort of world represented in it is that kind of a world that you get in The Walking Dead. So that's season 1. But the reason I'm showing that, and like I said, I'm not sure if I've shown it in a previous video, is because I do have season 2. But I've had to bootleg season 2 because season 2 never got a physical media release. You could buy them online to download, apparently, as I recall. And unfortunately, obviously, season 2, look, starred old Hobbit. I forget his name now. I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. Goonies, I forget his name. Tortoise is down there, banging about. So yes, the seasons 1 and 2 of Jeremiah, a show that I really did enjoy and was into. So let's move on to the next item, shall we? And we have it here. And I bought this. This is a recent purchase. Still got a sticker on it. The complete series 1 to 5 of Sons of Anarchy. It ran for 7 seasons. I still need to get season 6 and 7 at this juncture of recording. It was a show that I started watching, that I kind of fell way behind on, just because there was so much I was consuming TV wise at the time, and I just never kept up with it. It happens with so much stuff when a show goes on for so long. And I saw this for a tenner and I thought, you know what, 5 seasons, that's £2 a season. What's to argue about? So I picked it up on Blu-ray to carry on with the program. Fantastic. Looking forward to that one. So let's delve down here a bit. We have a couple of bits down here. We have the complete series of True Calling. Eliza Dushku, who you might recognise from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She played Faith. And this show here ran for 1 season. It's a complete series. Yeah, it ran for 1 season. It didn't do particularly well. What happened to her? Where is she now? Wasn't she Arnie's daughter in True Lies? I think she was. But anyway, as you can see, I got this from Game ages back. 3 for £5 or £2.99 each. Yeah. And then we have a bootleg here. An old bootleg from even before the days of Blu-ray. I have 2 here. And that's for the Justice League. The TV series. The animated TV series. I've got some of them on original. And then we have here a bootleg that I still have of Witchblade TV series starring Yancey Butler. That's the title character. I'm going to sneeze. Based upon the Top Cow Image comic. It was an animated show done as well. I'll come to that in a minute. But this here, yes, this is a bootleg version. I do have an original copy of this now somewhere, but I still have the bootleg that I originally had. Replaced it like I do for bootleg. Something that I've got on bootleg comes out properly, I will attempt to replace it at least, for the most part. Some might slip away from me, but that was replaced. But not only that, I've got to reach out of the way here. I'm very unorganised today. I've got the Witchblade complete animated anime series, based upon the same character. Yes, which was a blind buy and I still haven't watched it. It came in a nice rigid slipcase with art cards and stuff. Art cards and stuff, yeah. Fantastic. Over there. Next up. I'm a big Family Guy fan. I love Family Guy. All down there. Seth MacFarlane, I think is great. But thusly, I bought volumes 1 to 8 here of American Dad. I don't like American Dad as much as Family Guy, but I still like it enough to have them. And this was cheap. This was about 10 quid for all the first 8 seasons of it. That's great. And then, what was it, volume 9 there, season 9. That's as far as I've got with them on buying them. I kind of pick them up when I see them cheap. I don't always look though, but there we go. But it's got a nice slip. I like that image. Fantastic. Let's go down here. Let's go a bit deeper, shall we? Delve a bit deeper. So, here we have a TV series from way back. It's based upon a Stephen King novel. A Stephen King novel that got a film. Film starring Christopher Walken. Only this TV series stars Anthony Michael Hall, who you may know from The Young Boy, National Lampoon's Vacation, the son in the first one. He was in Weird Science, one of the 2 main leads. And this TV series is The Dead Zone. Yes, these are Region 1 releases that I got way back when, and this was a fantastic show. It really was. Anthony Michael Hall was strong in it, as this sort of psychic fellow with a cane. Just a fantastic series all round. We have the complete 2nd season there. I've seen better days. Look, I've been a bit crushed in transit because probably since I've had these, I've moved several times. But yeah, this is was a really strong show, and it went for, I think it went for 6 seasons. I say I think because I've got seasons 1 to 5. Season 6 is one that I'm gonna have to still get. I think these are all imported from the United States. And complete 5th season. Yeah, and I think there's a 6th and final season of it as well. But no, just a very, very good show that was. And then moving on to a bit of comedy. And here we have season 1 of My Name is Earl. My name is Earl. Earl Hickey. Karma is a funny thing. I mean, this geezer here, he's big and muscly now. He was like a fat doofus in this, but now he's properly jacked. This was a very funny series. Very funny. It lasted 4 seasons. I do have all 4 seasons. That's season 1. That's season 2 there. Season 2. However, season 4 is somewhere else, probably on another shelf further down. Since I've done the room move, they were in different places and different boxes and things like that. So that will probably come. I'll just remember where to put it. And then moving down again, we have, this is an original, not a bootleg like the last one, the Justice League Unlimited Season 1, Region 1 DVD set that I got back in the day. I do love the DC animated cartoons and films. DC, you know, always had the ball's always been in their court for that sort of stuff. Then we have a TV series, and only have the first 2 seasons, Rules of Engagement, starring Patrick Warburton, Megan Price, Oliver Hudson, Bianca Kajlich, and David Spade. It was Patrick Warburton that got me to watch this. Not personally, but I like Patrick Warburton. I think he's quite funny. He voices Joe in Family Guy. Yeah. He played the Tick. The first Tick in the first Tick TV series. Because there was a second one as well. So, moving on. NCIS. NCIS. God, that show has gone for years and years. And I've never watched it. However, I did watch the show that NCIS spun out of, and that is JAG, Judge Advocate General. Navy lawyers, essentially, military lawyers. I've got this big box set of it. All 10 seasons there. And you know what? I loved this show. I really did. Catchy theme tune. Used a lot of stock footage for stuff and that, but you know, this was just, you know, the Americans know how to dress up their military personnel. They look so good, American military personnel. Season 2, 3, and we got 4 there. Season 4, see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last but not least, season 10. I got this box set from ACEX. Good price as well. When I saw it, I thought, I want that. I want that. I love that show. Another big box set is out as well for you here, if I can get it up. Oh, it ain't gonna drop apart. And this is for the Complete X-Files. The Complete X-Files TV series on, if I can take it out, truth is out there. I want to believe. Blu-rays. Blu-rays for all 9 seasons of the X-Files. This doesn't include the sort of renewed seasons that came about several years ago. But in here we do have season 1, series 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 seasons. Yeah. 6, 7, 8. Obviously, we came to a point where David Duchovny left the show, and although he did make a few appearances, but you had Robert Patrick, the T-1000, come into the show. This is season 9. I do have the little limited series as well that they'd done a couple of years ago, and I'm not sure if the films fall part of this, but I do have the X-File movies as well in the movie section. Great series from back in the day. What was that, 94 when that started? Around that sort of time? 93? Was it late, earlier than that? 92? I don't know. 93, 94 rings a bell. But yeah, so one more series to go, and we'll call it quits for this here episode. I say one more, I'll show this before I get on to that. And that is, I have a VHS here of the pilot episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, The Emissary. Yeah, obviously I've got these on DVD. I've shown them in a previous episode, but this here release, this classic VHS, was sent to me by Matt over at Matt V's Movies, and still got a note in there as well that he sent with it. Let's see what that, just for purposes, had this in the collection for many years, but know how much you enjoy this. It's from Matt. Yes, I do keep all mail that I receive off of people. I don't ask for stuff to be sent or anything like that. I mean, I remember the old VHS. I used to have all of them on VHS. And you got the book in there, and yes, you know, and the old I can't play VHS. I don't have a VHS player anymore. But it's a nice sort of trip down memory lane. It's a nice keepsake of a bygone era of physical media collecting. So thanks to Matt for that one. Yeah, fantastic. And I'll tell a lie, because after this set I do have one more series to show actually. So the next series I've got, and I've been collecting these more recently, and I've collected them, I've picked them up from different locations. It's been quite fun to collect them, and that is Baywatch. Yeah, David Hasselhoff, that great series of the day, you know, it speaks for itself, Baywatch. This is a US release for season 1. Now you'll notice that I've been all over the place with these. So then we jump to here, home, the UK, for season 2. And then we jump to Australia for season 3. Old Pammy on the front. Now I do think the Australians had the better cover art. I don't know why. Then we jump back to the UK for season 4. And then back to Australia for season 5 and season 6. See what I mean? I don't know what it is about the Australian covers, but they're more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I don't know why. Season 7, season 8, and then we had to jump to Germany for the final season of Red Suit Baywatch, season 9. See what I mean? Come on, come on. What one stands out? It's not that one, is it? It's that one. We all know why. Yes, so season 9 there. The end of Baywatch. But it wasn't the end of Baywatch, no. That was season 9. Season 10 and 11, or Baywatch Hawaii, if you will, was a continuation series. And Jason Momoa starred in it as well, before his time on Stargate Atlantis, and now playing Aquaman, and quite a big Hollywood actor. Game of Thrones, etc. Latest Fast and Furious. So yeah, Baywatch Hawaii, still stuck with Germany for DVD, 2 seasons. Yellow Suit Baywatch, as I call it. So we've gone from red, so that's 11 seasons of Baywatch. Then Baywatch came to a close. It didn't. No, Baywatch continued. 44 episodes of Baywatch Nights. Yes, by day. David Hasselhoff's character, I forget his name now. What is his character in it called? I mean, Mitch, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Mitch. Anyway, by day, he's a lifeguard. By night, he's a private eye. And this series here, I've never seen it, right? But it sounds ludicrous. It sounds stupid. Season 2 goes X-Filey apparently, right? But to me, that sounds appealing. It sounds so throw logic out the window, and you know, I mean, purists will probably hate it. I don't care. It sounds fun. It's David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff is cool. He's the epitome of cool. He's the embodiment of cool. David Hasselhoff, yes. So Baywatch Nights, I'm going to enjoy watching this one. Now, these are available on Blu-ray. So why didn't I get them on Blu-ray? It's a big chunk of money to pay out for the German Blu-ray box sets for these. And I enjoyed sort of getting them from different places. I had fun. It's sort of like that adventure of hunting again, that sort of a thing. Looking for them in CEX for the English ones and things like that, which, you know, and apparently the Blu-ray ones are as they were aired on TV. These ones are not. There might be differences in the music or that because of music rights and all this. But I'll be honest with you, if you showed me both, if you showed me the originally aired one and the one where the music had changed, I wouldn't be able to tell you which is which. So from my perspective, I really don't care. I can still watch it, still take in the story. There we go. I'm not that much of a purist. And also, you got to ask yourself, how many times am I going to watch all of these before I die? Even if I live to a ripe old age, how many times am I going to watch all this before I die? Probably not a lot. I'm sure there's better things I could do with my money. But anyway, let's move on to another TV show, a classic that I love. So again, imported from Germany, and I do have these on Region 1 DVD, and I bought this as well. And it is a DVD set, because it hasn't got a Blu-ray set, and it is Due South, all 67 episodes. Iron Mountie in Chicago, Due South. Paul Gross in the title role as Benton Fraser, and his dog, Deefan Baker, yes. And Ray Vecchio, his sidekick, and then the new Ray Vecchio when Ray Vecchio was replaced, but it's a different character but with the same name. That was a bit intriguing as to how that came to be. You found out after a few episodes. So in here we have this, we've got a lovely box that it's all, you know, put in. You know, you get a lot of, it's matte round the sides, but when you come to the lid, it is spot glossed. You can see all the spot gloss in there, the reflection, and the writing on the side, that's all spot gloss. Same there. And then it opens up and it falls apart like that, and then you've got all the discs in there like so, on little thin cases. And I'll just take out a selection of them for you, and as you can see, they do have all different images. Old Leslie Nielsen there, the late Leslie Nielsen played a Mountie, and this was a sort of police procedural, tongue-in-cheek comedy type of a fish out of water show, and very good it was. I have fond memories of watching this back in the day, and I still love it to this day. Due South. There we go. So there we go. We're at the end. We're at the end of this episode. The end of the stuff that was on that particular shelf. So again, please comments down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Like, share the video, all that sort of stuff. I do reply to all comments, by the way. And I will be back in 2 weeks with another episode of my complete TV, DVD, Blu-ray collection, whatever it may be, format. I'll see you then. Take care all, and goodbye.